opposite the Chennai International Air Terminal, was established in the year 1984.
Towers and tower-like structures are pillars of our country for transmission of powers and telecommunication. In this regard, safe and reliable structures has been designed by SERC, in particular Tower Testing Research Station. This facility has the capability of testing the towers up to 80-meter height and a base width of 22.5 meter, and also have three-dimensional loading system. In all the three orthogonal directions, you can apply the load up to 1200 tons.
Public safety, continuity of service, environmental impact, and revenue stability all rely on the reliability of the transmission and communication tower design.
India has a long coastline of more than 7,500 kilometers and is prone to annual frequency of 3 to 4 cyclones. Since its establishment of boundary layer wind tunnel facility, we have been conducting miniature models of many buildings and structures scaled down to a level of from 1:50 to 1:500. We have a mobile van lab which can be taken to wind energy farm, and then we make the measurement at the foundation of wind turbine supporting towers. Apart from the wind tunnel activities, we have designed one cyclone shelter for societal purpose, and 23 such cyclone shelters have been constructed along the coast of Orissa, which has withstood Super Cyclone 1999 as well as the Phylline cyclone in the year 2013.
By deploying computational fluid dynamics, scientists of the Wind Engineering Laboratory have conducted R&D studies, while also contributing to many Indian standards related to wind loads. The CSIR 800 program reveals SERC's true societal dimension.
CSIR 800 program is for 800 million underprivileged people. We are doing affordable housing technologies for these people. We have developed some technologies which can be easily adopted by the people. For example, we are using sustainable materials such as coconut shells, PET bottles, plastic waste to make lightweight wall panels.
The labs apart, SERC has a world-class knowledge resource division, truly a place to be, where the horizons of one's knowledge seek to transcend beyond the mere mortal intellect. SERC has a state-of-the-art 3-tier data center which caters to the ICT requirements of the center. SERC conducts periodic interactions with the industry to fully realize its dream of translating this expertise into real-world benefits. Such events happen at the magnificent Vigyan Auditorium, the pride of the SERC campus. The next time around, when we cross a bridge, or take the metro, or look up at the wonder of a high-rise, let us remember that SERC is right there by our side, firmly behind us, and walking with us all the way, leading us all to a glorious tomorrow. From time immemorial, man has been fascinated by structures. Structures that floated in his dreams and imagination. Patterns that he saw around him. Those that he stared in awestruck wonder when he looked at formations shaped by the forces of nature over the millennia. This fascination inspired him to journey the path of exciting discoveries and challenging innovations, resulting in aesthetic, complex, efficient, yet safe structural forms. Thus, planet Earth was destined to bear on its surface structures that were engineered to perfection. The Indus Valley, Sumeria, Babylon, Egypt, Greece, Rome, China. A few of the many places on planet Earth that have given us some of the most magnificent structures. And today, we have breathtaking structures to showcase as a
Good morning and a warm welcome to this special gathering at the Future Entrepreneurs Connect event. I request our chief guest of today's event and other dignitaries to adorn the dais. Our chief guest of today's function, Shri Suresh Krishna, Managing Director, Isha Homes India Private Limited, and Shri J. Udyanand, Managing Director, Nikita Constructions, Dr. N. Anandavalli, Director, CSIR-SERC and Coordinating Director, CMC, Dr. K. Satish Kumar, Chief Scientist, Dr. P. Hari Krishna, Chief Scientist, Dr. S. Vishnuvardhan, Principal Scientist, students from various engineering institutions, potential future entrepreneurs, scientists and staff from CSIR family. I welcome you all for the inauguration of Future Entrepreneurs Connect of 1 Week 1 Lab program campaign at CSIR-SERC. We shall begin the function with invocation. May I request all of you to please rise.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமதில் தெக்கனமும் அதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகம் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you, sir. I now request our guests and dignitaries to kindly do us the honor of lighting the lamp. Thank you all. To Today, the fourth day event of the 1 Week 1 Lab campaign, termed as Future Entrepreneurs Connect, is organized with the objective to motivate youngsters and budding entrepreneurs to create startups and to provide a platform for students to showcase and discuss ideas with the scientific community. I now request our beloved director, Dr. Ann Anandavalli, to present the welcome address.
Chief guests of today's function, Shri Suresh Krishan, Managing Director, Isha Homes Private Limited, Shri J. Udayanand, Managing Director, Nikita Constructions, Dr. K. Satish Kumar, Dr. Hari Krishna, Dr. Vishnu Vardhan, Dr. Bharat Kumar, Advisor Management, Scientist in charge of various units of CMC, heads of the laboratories, budding young entrepreneurs, potential people, invitees, guests, press and media, and my dear brothers and sisters of this campus. Vanakkam and Namaskar. I welcome you all to this inaugural function of the Young Entrepreneur Connect of 1 Week 1 Lab campaign of CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center. And I thank Shri Suresh Krishan ji for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of today's function. And I welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Satish Kumar to honor our chief guest with a shawl. Thank you, Sri Udayanand ji, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest. I welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Hari Krishna to honor our chief guest with a shawl. So as we all know, this is the fourth day. I'll be repeating the same thing. Civil engineering is the way of life. So as we need houses, bridges, buildings, infrastructure, civil engineers come on every walk of life. So taking entrepreneurship in civil engineering is very challenging. And as budding engineers, some of you, if you take the entrepreneurship as your career, then I think this is the fruit of this particular event. So there are many challenges, like there are many advantages as well as many challenges. So what you require is a clear vision. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, what is the structure you want to construct, or what you want to, like what particular aspect of civil engineering you want to take up. That clear vision should be there. And always celebrate small achievements which will boost your energy. It's always required. And you have to risk-taking, it has to be calculated risk-taking rather than jumping into I can take the risk. Instead, we should have a method like how to calculate this risk-taking, and also always continuously learn. So if you are not updating, you will get outdated. So that is also required. So what are all the challenges? One is initially you will not have the experience, lack of experience. So to overcome this, you have to associate with your peers. Like you should talk with the different entrepreneurs, where whatever challenges, how they have overcome. So this will give you a lot of hands-on experience from others. And limited financial resources, and now I think it should not be a problem, because with the government's initiatives for MSMEs and startups and young entrepreneurs, it should not be a problem. But that also we should assess ourselves, what is our financial resources and how to manage it. And there are a lot of uncertainties and risks, as I have told already, that we have to address at each point of time, and more than all the things is time management, because time is the only thing we cannot go back. So time management is very much essential. And as you do all these things, you should also remember that there is a family with you, so the work-life balance should be there. So after all of us, finally, we go back to our families, so we should also take them into how to balance this life. And you should have a professional network. That is very much essential for becoming a successful young entrepreneur. And the market competitiveness, that also you should understand, and where we stand and where we have to focus. These are all the things. And scaling, you can start up with a small level and you should not stop with that. How to scale it up, that will enhance your growth also. And as the market grows, as the demand changes, we should be adaptable. So these are all the challenges and some of the ways you can overcome. And we have got two chief guests who are, they themselves are young entrepreneurs. So they will be, have undergone a lot of challenges in their life, and they will be sharing their life experiences, which will be a good learning for all of us. And motivation, what is the motivation? Why you have to take the young entrepreneur is that, like you are not, if you are going for a job, say for example 9 to 5:30 or any other job, it is like you will be getting salary from somebody else. But now you are in a position to give salary to many people, and their livelihoodness also you are taking care. So you can be proud of it. And whatever dreams you are having, sometimes wherever we are placed, it may not be possible to make our dreams come true. This is one avenue where you can make your dreams come true. And also, you can be passionate about whatever you are doing. When we are going for employment, it is what they give to you, you have to do that work. But in this case, whatever is passionate to you, you can take it as your business, and then you can do it. So how to do the business? For that, Thiruvalluvar is saying, Vanigam seivarku vanigam peni piravam tamapol seyin, which means that you have to do your business like you have to treat the others things as if it is yours, so that you will do it perfectly, more efficiently. So that is the way you have to do your business. So, and there are 5 for a successful career. There are 5 laws. Like one is the law of straight line. So you have to be take the shortest route, but not it should be straight, perfect, and straightforward method. And you should not add any extra steps, and always plan your goal, aim your goals and plan to execute them. And the law of clear vision. So to hit a target, the vision should be very clear, and you should know what exactly you want and what are all the hindrances coming and how to overcome. So this will give the clear vision how to achieve what you want. And also law of focused attention. Always there will be a lot of disturbances to divert your focus. So you should have a method to bring back your focus to what you want. And focused energy. Taking too many things, diversify, then your energy level will come down. So you should focus the energy also towards that. And you have to know that for every action there is a reaction. Not only the law, but for practical life also, for every action you'll have a reaction, and you should anticipate that and prepare for that. So with these few words, I welcome you all once again to this function and conclude with the Thirukkural, Ayyathin Ningi Tezhundarkku Vayyathin Vaanam Naniya Thudaithu, which means that if your visions or if you're clear with your goals, it's very easy. Even if you want the sky, you can achieve it. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now a small video on CSIR-SERC, its accomplishments and important contributions to the society and nation in the past 58 years of existence will be played.
Welcome to CSIR-SERC. the Structural Engineering Research Center, where innovation and excellence converge to shape the future of structural engineering in India. The legacy of CSIR-SERC is defined by its unwavering dedication to research, consultancy, infrastructural development, collaboration, and education in the field of structural engineering. CSIR-SERC has made remarkable contributions that have transformed the landscape of structural engineering in India. Advanced materials and innovations in structural design from 1965 to 1984 include India's first fly ash building, development of pre-stressed concrete sleepers, advancements in coal deform bars, application of ferro-cement construction, analysis of Mathri Mandir, Tirupati Q complex, catenary roof system, Beacon Tower, and from 1985 to 2004, national capacity building and societal development, including lowering of HPJ pipeline, space grid roof structures, TG foundations, tower testing research station, cyclone shelter, bubble type dome unit, Indian station in Antarctica, Agni missile launcher, etc. And from 2004 to 2017, interdisciplinary research and development included seismic studies on spent fuel tank, slurry infiltrated fibrous concrete, railway bridges, aerodynamic studies, remote SHM, G+7 scale building, horizontal axis wind turbine, butt-weld rail joints.
The Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, established by the Government of India in 1942, is an autonomous body that has emerged as the largest research and development organization in the country. CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center, Chennai, established on 10th June 1965, is one of the national laboratories under CSIR. The center is recognized at the national and international level as a leading research institution in the field of structural engineering. Presently, India is expanding its infrastructure very fast, and consequently the demands of contribution of CSIR-SERC have increased manifold.
In the strategic sector, CSIR-SERC's contributions are remarkable. They have conducted qualification studies on nuclear power plant structures and components, developed laced steel concrete composite for blast resistance, and even performed slosh tests for Tejas LCA fuel drop tank. The various ongoing projects of CSIR-SERC includes engineering of large floating offshore structures and systems for renewable energy farming, shortly called E-Sagar, performance-based retrofitting of aging infrastructure, development of advanced cementitious composites for 3D printing applications. These initiatives reflect the Center's commitment to exploring innovative solutions in structural engineering and addressing contemporary challenges in the field. CSIR-SERC has set its sights on several areas for future research and development, which mainly focuses on structural health monitoring and life extension, disaster mitigation, advanced materials for sustainable infrastructure, and special structures. The center aims to foster the utilization of renewable energy sources, improve food security through efficient storage solutions, and actively participate in environmental initiatives by promoting the use of low-cost carbon sink construction material for carbon capture and mitigation. CSIR-SERC is dedicated to advancing structural engineering practices, improving societal welfare, and contributing to critical areas of national importance. With its relentless pursuit of innovation, CSIR-SERC is shaping a sustainable and resilient future for India and beyond.
I now invite Dr. K. Satish Kumar, Chief Scientist and Chairman of Future Entrepreneurs Connect event, to brief us about the program.
A very good morning and warm welcome to everyone present here. It's my privilege to give a brief about today's event, the Future Entrepreneurs Connect, celebrated as part of CSIR-SERC's 1 Week, 1 Lab campaign. 1 Week, 1 Lab is the slogan echoing recently in all the national laboratories and the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Our beloved Minister, Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, emphasized that each of the 37 CSIR laboratories is unique and specializes in diverse areas. To showcase and propagate such diversity across society, Honorable Minister announced the idea of 1 Week, 1 Lab to be a nationwide theme-based campaign to showcase the technological breakthrough and innovations of CSIR labs. In this line, CSIR-SERC is organizing 1 Week, 1 Lab campaign with programs being organized to connect various sectors of the country, namely Society Connect, Stakeholders Connect, Students Connect, Future Entrepreneurs Connect, and Public Connect, spanning between 5th June to 9th June, followed by CSIR-SERC's foundation on 10th June. As part of 1 Week, 1 Lab campaign, today we have gathered here to celebrate Future Entrepreneurs Connect. And this event is being organized aiming, motivating young college students as budding entrepreneurs to create new startups. Highlights of today's program will be lectures by our scientists showcasing our own technologies and technological intervention to the student community, and motivating speeches by eminent entrepreneurs in the structural engineering domain, opportunity to interact with our scientists, and visit to the state-of-the-art lab facilities, a platform to showcase for the students to showcase their ideas and discuss with the scientific community. Finally, not but least, it is the student competitions. Today, amongst us, we have two eminent entrepreneurs from the structural engineering domain as chief guests, Sri Suresh Krishnan, Managing Director, Isha Homes Private Limited, Chennai, and Sri J. Udayanand, Managing Director, Niketa Constructions, Coimbatore, who will be delivering motivational addresses to the student community. They will be sharing their own experiences as successful entrepreneurs. I strongly believe their speech will encourage and motivate young civil engineers to come out with new startup ideas to become successful entrepreneurs in their career. In addition, student competitions are organized to identify best startup ideas, for which 6 major themes were identified, namely smart structures, green energy, waste to wealth, fast-track construction, sustainable infrastructure, and disaster mitigation. Brochures explaining the details of the student competitions were distributed to about 75 engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu and surrounding neighboring states. An internal screening committee scrutinized all the entries from all the colleges, and they shortlisted about 7 teams and recommended them for making presentations today. Each team will consist of 4 students and 1 faculty member. The shortlisted 7 teams from 6 colleges will be making presentations today, and the winners will be selected by an expert committee consisting of both internal and external experts. Based on the presentation, best presentation will be selected based on the criteria, namely background and present scenario, India-specific requirement and problem definition, concept, proof of concept with justification, novelty of the concept, and societal impact. Prizes will be awarded to the winning team by our director, CSIR-SERC, in the valedictory function, which will be held in the afternoon today. I know everyone is only too eager to hear the motivational addresses by our chief guests, followed by student competitions. Without further ado, I conclude my speech, and I wish all the very best to the students for a successful career as entrepreneurs. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. P. Hari Krishna, Chief Scientist, to introduce the chief guest, Shri Suresh Krishna.
A very good morning to everyone present here. It's my honor in introducing Sri Suresh Krishna on the occasion of Future Entrepreneurs Connect, which is part of the 1 Week, 1 Lab campaign of CSIR-SERC. Sri Suresh Krishna did his undergraduation in civil engineering from Bharatiya University in 1987. While working as a lecturer at Annamalai University, he also did his post-graduation in structural engineering in 1989. After he gained experience as a structural engineer while working in an architectural firm in Chennai, he started his construction firm in 1992 and a consulting firm in 1994. In 1997, he started a property development firm along with his friends. Then he branched out to start his own firm named Isha Homes India Private Limited in 2004. Isha Homes already completed more than 2 million square feet of construction in Chennai and is also in the process of completing 1 more million square feet of construction. Sri Suresh Krish is instrumental in bringing out lot of innovation into the construction industry by building first child safety homes, Isha Gitika in Chennai, and first mega villa project, Isha Signature Villas. His firm, Isha Homes, is soon completing platinum pre-certified eco-friendly solar-powered villa project named Mia Villas in Chennai. This is the first villa project in Tamil Nadu to get such certification. And also his firm, Isha Homes, is the youngest company in Chennai real estate to receive ISO 9001, ISO 14001, OHSAS 18001 certification. These certifications enabled Mr. Suresh Krish to win the prestigious Outstanding Entrepreneur Award of 2010 from Enterprise Asia, Malaysia, and another award, Builder Line Award, for the Best Independent Housing Project in 2011. He has also received Builders Association of India Award 2012 for the Best Builder of the Year, Best Gated Community Provided. He has held many positions previously. He was past president of CREDAI Chennai, past president of CREDAI Tamil Nadu, past convener of Chennai Infra CII, past president of Rotary Club of Madras North, and past assistant governor of Rotary District. He is professional member of confederations like CREDAI and CII. With this brief introduction, I request Sri Suresh Krishna to deliver his address.
Director of this prestigious institution, Dr. Simadi Anandavalli, Dr. Satish Kumar, scientist, and my classmate too, and Dr. Hari Krishnan, Dr. Vishnuvardhan, and my good friend, Mr. Uday, and all the invitees in the hall. Good morning to all of you. I want to know the audience before I speak. I have not come with any text or anything presentation. So I want to know how many of you in this auditorium are either the students or 5 years you have completed college. I always feel I'm a student. So how many of you? You can raise, be bold, okay. Okay, because this is going to be for you. I want to be very clear what I'm talking to you all of today. Well, thank you, students and youngsters. India is an amazing country. Youngsters are doing amazing things now. And being an entrepreneur is the best things ever can happen in anyone's life. I'm in business for the last 40 years. I'm saying 30 years. I'm saying entrepreneurship is most rewarding, most challenging, and most fulfilling your dreams. But entrepreneurship comes with, as Madam said, comes with a risk. Now, you should know, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you should have the risk-taking ability, and also you will fail. I'll tell you my thing. Today, people can talk about Isha Homes. I have done 23 companies, out of which 6 companies only I am holding. Balance 17 companies, for various reasons, I have come out. I failed it, in other words. Failed it for many reasons. But today, the 5-6 companies what winning. So as an entrepreneur, you should be ready, your mindset should be ready to take risk and willing to fail and get up and run. If you are in the frame, you are on. Because as an entrepreneur, you create wealth not for yourself, not for the country, not for the people who work for you, for the entire society. I believe I have delivered 2,000 houses in the city, but I take pride every day when I used to, not now, when I was young, I used to hand over the key to a customer. When a customer takes the key with a smile, that day is made for me. I believe that day is my great day in my life. I live in my life. That is the feeling I used to get. So being a part of somebody's growth, it's only can get in entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is an amazing thing. All of you have to embrace that and willing to take. But as madam said, you should be ready for risk-taking ability and willing to fail and get up and run. Because there is no perfect, you can't say I started one organization, it's always winning. Winning and losing is part of the game, and you should be ready to do that. And whenever you start on a startup or any new idea, when it fails, it is not you fail, your idea failed. Never ever take it on you. The moment you take it on you, you'll go down. If you do some experiment, it fails, fine, next day, okay, it might take some time, but come on, let's see. If you are dejected, you will not start again. So entrepreneurship is about risk-taking. Entrepreneurship is about failure, and entrepreneurship is about putting it on the project, not on you. This is the fundamental of entrepreneurship, I would say. And also, whenever you enter any field, always look at the competition. Don't get into a field where there's already crowded or competitor. Now a lot of startups are coming. Incidentally, I invest in many startups. I'll tell you why. In the end, I will tell you. So the more and more you take that field, if there is more competition, if it is already matured industry, you've got nothing to offer. So always select industry or a field or a niche, whatever segment you are looking at it. It has to be unique, differentiation has to be there, and you should be a prime mover. The advantage of a prime mover, every one of us knows what you said is a term, and everybody will follow you. Maybe they will go faster than you, or maybe they will fail below you. That's it. But you should be a prime mover in whatever you do in your business. That is also very important. And also you have to think big. I said I have closed 17 companies, not because all of them had loss, because the sizes are small. It doesn't thrill you. What is that, if you are having an employee of 10 count and still make 30 lakhs per year, at least for any entrepreneur, it's not a big deal. You should go bigger. The moment you understand there is an industry which cannot grow because of competition or because of so many things, you should have the courage and conviction and ability to close without having any emotion, because that's very important. I can tell you my own example. Whatever I say, it's all from my example. 15 years back, I started a concrete block making factory. All MRTs I used to supply. L&T is one of my main thing. Apart from my real estate division, I do a lot of things, I said. But 3 years back, I closed it because there are so many alternatives come. There are so many concrete walls. There are so many things have come. My business was not growing, still making profit, no doubt about it. If you are not growing in your business, it means you are dying. Please remember that. They say in all startup, I think whoever is watching startup, will say top line growth, burn cash, top line growth. That is a word you must have heard 3 years back, 2 years back. Now it is a bottom line, that's different. But so growth is a fundamental of business. Why you need to be big? If you are big only, you will have a team. You can delegate, and they will be able to contribute. You will be able to support your team, reward your team more. If your business is small, you will not be growing. In fact, 92, when I started my structural consultancy business, I come from a family of contractors. So I became a structural engineer. I started doing structural engineering design. With great respect, it's an amazing feel. You feel that you are bone of the every, like any body, you are bone of the entire structure. I've designed some of the very, very interesting structure. CSIR-SERC temple, the tower next to the Pratna Theatre, everything I have done in those days. In 4 years, I have done 400 projects. Small, medium, never big. But I closed in the business. You know why? It was giving me only an incremental income. Real, I will compare with real estate. In fact, one of my, I'm a structural engineer. So my friends asked me, why you have studied this? Why did you do this? I said, I'm in business to contribute, to take care of people. So in this business, I can employ only so much people. So I probably cannot become an SCR, I cannot become a big consulting firms like other big firms. So the bottom line is not very interesting to me. Then I went to the real estate development. So you should always think big. Big is very, very important. And learn every detail of your business. Whatever business you want to be, you need to know every detail of the business. When I started my career as an employee, my office timing is 9 o'clock. I used to come to office at 8 o'clock. I open with the cleaning lady. I only come along with her and open the office. And after my office hours, I sit with my seniors. Wherever they want, you know, all of them will have targets. When they are sitting back and working, I used to sit and help them. They said, it's okay. But we used to just listen, sit with them. I would learn many things after my office hours, sitting with them than during the career. If I was a structural engineer, project management engineer that time, but I worked on quantity surveying, I worked on many other drafting, those things I used to help them. And at the end of the day, I used to travel with them. I don't know how many of you know that in Triplicate those days, Murugesan Nayaka Mansur is very, very famous in 80s, late 80s and 90s. I used to stay with them there. And you know, after I get ready, I'd go back and sit with them again with my seniors. Because during the dinner, one word will change your life. That one word you don't know when you will get. You need to wait for it. So learning from experienced people, seniors, is most important thing. Don't think you know everything. Even today, I told you why I'm doing startup. Because now I feel I'm still learning. When I go and sit with the startup guys, I'm a bottom line driven. Bottom line means profit driven guy. But a lot of startups are top line driven. So I used to sit and analyze, why the hell are you doing this? What are you going to do with this? And I learn every time the magic of being big is what matters. And magic of dominating the market matters. That is why all of them concentrate. Whether you take any of the over to top companies, valuation will go up and come down. It is part of the business. But you will learn a lot when you sit with the seniors and learn. And also, once you start, don't stop. Go for it. I still remember, I want to just quote, Satish, stop me when I want to, when 20 minutes is over. So I just want to quote two things. You know, again, from my experience, when my dad, I told you, is a contractor. In my village, there is only one bus will come. Morning once, evening once, there is nothing else. I go to the nearby school. But my dad is a landlord, most fearful man there. But when somebody comes in a jeep with a cola pant and the pant in village. So when he comes down, my dad will run, put chair gear, all that. I asked my mom, why is he giving so much respect to him? She said, when I was in 3rd standard, hey, our engineer. Then I asked, dad will give me that respect when I become an engineer? Modo engineer, white on the face. I still remember that. Then that's my dream. I want to be an engineer. For me, engineering is civil engineering. Nothing else I know in those days. Till college also. When I went to my college, my principal looked at me and said, I came in the 2nd list. PhD is my college. Then he said, civil engineering is full. In those days, very, very big demand. He said, no, you are allotted textile. I was literally cried in front of him when my dad was there. And I told him my story. He immediately changed me to civil. See, this is one of the turning points. When you want, people will support you. You have to express, you will get it. Otherwise, I would have been a different engineer. My passion would have been different. But good that I got into that. That is like that. These small things matters. When you want to do, you just don't stop. And I become, I think Uday knows, in the end of our college, our professor asked, I think last semester, hey, how many of you are going to go for private business. Like you all raised only 3 hands were coming like this. Because in those days, going to PWD, highways, and EB is the best thing. Why don't risk everything? Go and enjoy life. And Uday is one among them. I am one among them. There are a few more others. So that was the vision. When I went to the master's degree, and I was there when I was a lecturer there, during the time Dr. R.M. Sethuraman was the vice chancellor, I know him. So he offered me, no, when you are doing anyway ME, we have shortage, you be a lecturer. I was getting 4,000 rupees. And as a post-graduation student, I got 1,000 rupees on the GATE exams. If you get through in those days, you get 1,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees in Chidambaram. You got a lot of money. You don't know what to do with that money. But your passion is not in teaching. So after my course is over, I came to Chennai. 2 of my friends, we stayed in his house in Tambaram and said, today, na andha pakkandu job try pandren, nee andha pakkandu try pannu. So I went to one of my first job interview was at Bharat and Associates. It's in Guindy. It was in Guindy now. It's closed now. So I went and gave my invite, and beautiful. I looked at their reception, beautiful people, and beautiful projects they were doing. I was just fascinated by it. So they said no job. It's a lunchtime. I said I've sacrificed lunch. I said no problem. I'll wait. I'm determined to meet them. They were just thinking why this guy is waiting without taking a lunch. Then she called somebody and gave my profile. During lunchtime it was circulated. Then they gave interview and they selected me. But when they know I am already a lecturer in Annamalai University, I'm getting 4,000 plus 5,000 rupees. They said, I don't think you will take this job, because they gave me 1,000 rupees. Annamalai 5,000 to 1,000 rupees. I said, no, I'm taking. Then one of those senior employees said, Chumma profile of the order vaangit povam varamatan. But my passion forced me to come, and today I am here, whatever I am doing, because of those decisions. I had the courage to take 5,000 rupees to 1,000 rupees decision. You may have to take those decisions in your life if you want to be focused. If you want, I could have settled down there with the same notes. I could have passed on year, maybe new notes. I could have lived a happy life. But my inner conscience was saying, your aim is not this. You have to go back and do business. And you have to achieve many things. So that's how I become, when all of my relatives were laughed at me. Friends were saying, hey, what are you doing right? I said, yes, I'm right. I have not wavered it. Today, after 25 years, I'm saying I'm right. This proved to be right. It is not, till it is right, I will keep working. That's it. Even now working, I will work. In fact, my wife used to ask me, when will you retire? I said, I used to laugh. She knows I won't retire. So I'll be keep doing some kind of mentoring ship, at least till my last thing. So it is a passion of doing something should be in you. That's very, very important. Only that will drive you. Not money, not success, not the fame. All of that is temporary. Trust me, money is nothing. When you go there, you will know money is nothing. Sense of doing something in life, what makes you keep going. So entrepreneurship is a great thing. And I take a pride. Today we have 200 employees, 800 laborers, and 1,000 of them working. Most of my senior employees, I force them to buy a house. Buy them. See, after 10 years, when I see them settle down, I'm happy about it. It is not the money you make. It's the kind of thing you make around you, the people around you. That is what very, very important. So always look at long term, never short term. Never look at 4,000, 4,500 varana and the job game come, it's your vision, what driving you, not the money. Once you get that right, everything else will fall in place. Always look at anything long term. And you should have emotional staying power. It's very important, because another one incident is I was 27, 28, and no, my parents were looking for a girl. And I come from a very small village. Said, இவர் கவர்மெண்ட் வேலை பண்ணல, இவர் எப்போ ஃபெயில் ஆவார்னு தெரியாது, இவருக்கெல்லாம் பொண்ணு கொடுக்க மாட்டேன். My mom one day came and told me there was an opportunity to join highways. Somebody known to me was there. Can you resign a job and join me highways? I said, why am I asked? இல்லைடா உனக்கு பொண்ணு யாரும் தரமாட்டேன்றாங்க. அது தெரிஞ்சது தானே, பரவாயில்ல, இட்ஸ் ஓகே. One day I will get it. Today I'm married, 2 kids are there, 2 young kids are there. They are also in the college. So why I'm saying is, don't get bogged down by all this emotional situations and anything. Keep going, keep going. You will win one day, that is for sure. Make a plan. As Madam said, everything should have a plan. Everything. I know what I will do in the age of 60. I have a plan. It will change. Tomorrow it may change, but I have a plan. Like that, every one of you should have a plan. And even I had a plan when I will get married too, even though it's not in my hand. So have a plan. Keep changing. Depends on the situation. Every day it will change. Today there will be something. Tomorrow you should be flexible. But if you don't have a plan, if you don't know where to shoot, you will not do anything. You will be sit idle. Whatever you do in life, whatever you want to achieve, have a plan. I think that's a very, very important thing. And my favorite subject is cash flow management and MIS. That is why I can talk hours and hours on this. I will maybe some other time, if any of you are interested, I'll talk. Very important in business is cash flow management and management information system and liquidity and your profitability. This is even today I see only very, very few fields. One was my cash flow and MIS, my training for employees, and the most important thing is sales. I'll come to you why sales. As an engineer, I'm sure all of us are here engineer. We think if I do a great structure, everybody will come and buy. I used to spend morning, I used to go to site at 6 o'clock. I used to take breakfast, lunch with the engineers and come back in the evening. I used to do amazing structure. I'm very happy, but today I don't know. But I'm talking about my past. I thought people will buy if you do a good building. You don't need advertisement, you don't need marketing, you don't need anything. But I was wrong. I was wrong. Whatever you do, the world should know. And whatever good you are, people should know. So for that, you need your marketing and sales team. After I learned, that is one of my priority. I used to say famously in my company, because I'm an engineer, I always say my company would have grown many, many folds more had it not been an engineer, maybe a starter accountant or maybe somebody in finance who put money and take money. I was very passionate about it. But I always think the engineers are driving. With all due respect, I'm an engineer by myself. I talk this to my own employees. But sales and marketing is the engine of the train. If the revenue stops coming in, nothing, nobody else, however talented you are, however great you are, however smart you are, you will not be able to sustain your business. So I think you have to, very important is cash flow management is very, very important. I learned this, I'm a very conservative businessman. I never take project loan much. So I had an advisor who was an ex-bank chairman. He used to say, "Hey, unakku panam venana parala nee eduthu project loan vaangi vechukko." So I used to say, "No, why do I need?" "No, I am advising you, please take it. You would be thing." Trust me, I listened to him because he is like a father figure to me, but I never used it for many years. But there was a crisis like Lehman Brothers, 2000, now COVID. All that, only the cash flow, the reserve cash flow which I had only helped me. Today, I have not stopped work in COVID. I have not done anything to my project and customers. Work wasn't, there is zero sales, but still I kept constructing because those who bought has to get the house. I think our strong point is the cash flow management. Always, again, to my experience, you may start a company. People will give a business plan. Say 1 crore is sufficient. Don't ever trust that. Have at least extra 1 crore, 100% with you, in some form, which can be pulled whenever you need it. I've done many, many business, but whatever budget you make, you need those extra amount. Keep that aside. And also, as Madam said, it is very important work-life balance. Very important that your family, your kids should not suffer because of you are experimenting something in business. So always when you start a business, set aside 1 year of your living expense and give it to her. Say 1 year I am not going to get a salary, or I will get 1 rupee salary. There were days I get 10x, and there were days I get 0 salary also. Because we are entrepreneurs. We are supposed to take risk. And when you start, you can't take money for you. No, I was getting 1 lakh salary, so I should get minimum that. Don't do all that. You do work for 1 rupee salary. And when money comes, it's you. So you need to conserve cash when you go for a long run. Any business when you start, First 3 years, it will be very, very tough. If you cross third year, I'm sure you will use there for a long time. Fourth year, it will be very good. I think I've taken more time. I'll stop it here. If there is any question, maybe I will come later. Just a few points before that. Have the right team and train them. Hire youngsters, train them. In my company, I am in charge of training. On the one subject which I've done, I am training. Why? Because the youngsters are the great knowledgeable guys I see than when I was like your age at the 20s and 30s. So they can do amazing things. They are more knowledgeable, more outward, more they can express better than what we have done it. And they are only thing is they need to be trained. In my office, in my accounts team, those who have completed 3 years from college are 80%, and 10 years plus is only 20%. When I appointed a CFO a few months ago, he was shocked when I looked at it. I said, sir, please work with them. They will do better results. And they've given. So, and your costing also less. And because they have learned so much from you, they will stick on more. Okay, they will leave. Leaving, people coming and leaving is part of it. Please bless them. Don't ever, if any of your key employees are leaving, don't grudge, don't think that they have spoiled you, they have taken your knowledge out, all that, it's all not so. Please bless them. They will be your ambassadors. Every employee of mine, whoever there are in almost every company in Chennai, they will say, when I go, Isha comes, they will do good. They will say one word. That's what we want. Okay, people, they have to grow. You can't keep everybody with you. So with this few words, I want to give one last thing. Take care of you. It's very, very important. Your health, not only physical, mental, emotional health is very, very important because you are a leader. There is nobody to come and motivate you. There is nobody. You are end of the morning to evening, you motivate. In the office, you motivate your team. You go back at home, you motivate your kids and you motivate your wife. You come back next day. So you need your physical, mental, emotionally, it should be strong. And you have to take it as a positive thing and you contribute. And if you have any doubts, you can probably, I don't want a one-way traffic. So please talk, if you can question us, if anything is there, you call me. I will definitely answer for you. Thank you, and wish you all the best for all the future entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your wonderful journey with us to entrepreneurship and highlighting that journey to success is to never stop learning, never growing. To like sitting here are a audience of young entrepreneurs, innovators, and visionaries. So now I'll invite Dr. P. Hari Krishna to introduce our chief guest, Shri Jay Udyanand.
Once again, good morning to everybody. It's my pleasure in introducing Sri J. Udyanand. Sri Udyanand obtained his BE in Civil Engineering in 1987 and ME Structural Engineering in 1990 from Bharatiya University. He started his career as a project engineer at Vijayaraja & Co. in the execution of a 1,000-bed PSG hospital in 1987. Then at Krishnaraj and Associates in 1988, as a design engineer, he designed a building including various other responsibilities. During these initial 2 years of work experience, he realized that there were very few professionals involved in the execution of private sector projects. So he took it as an opportunity to start his own construction company named Shekhar Anand Construction in 1988. Based on the goodwill gained over a period of 5 years, he started another company named Niketa Constructions in 1993, under which many landmark buildings were completed in and around Coimbatore, with a motto that quality is no coincidence, but the result of commitment and experience. With rich experience in the construction field for more than 20 years and having the ability to provide support for multiple concurrent priorities. Sri Udayanand is able to establish, maintain, and develop effective work relationships in his profession. Sri Udayanand is Fellow of Institution of Engineers India, member of Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors UK, professional engineer of ECI, patron member of BAI, founder member of CEBA-CA, life member of ACCE, and a chartered engineer of Institution of Engineers. With this brief introduction, I request Sri Udayanand to deliver his address.
Thank you, Suresh, for the wonderful speech. I think you really made the audience to understand what is entrepreneurship. Good morning to all of you, the director and eminent members of CSIR, my good friend Satish, and the student friends, budding engineers, to-be entrepreneurs. Good morning to all of you. It is difficult to express, and because after the speech what Suresh spoke is, I think it is almost the same things I wish to repeat, but to differ is what I mean, and not to differ, to keep it different would be better, I thought. Just a minute. See, basically coming from Coimbatore, so it is a place where entrepreneurship is, it is a way of life. You are taught entrepreneurship in Coimbatore, in every road, street, college, school, everywhere. So I think all of you know about Coimbatore. It is called as the Manchester of South India. And studying in PhD, we all did study, right from the director, we are all PhD tech students. So it's so fortunate to be associated with such a legacy. So every day you are taught about it. 1 minute. So it is, entrepreneurship is spoken in the classroom every day by all our professors, so you talk about it much. So I come from a family of doctors. I did wanted to become a doctor. So it's a very different story of mine. I was very good in my biology. I was school first in my biology and my physics. I did not do well in chemistry, so I couldn't become a doctor. So it was a dream for me to become a doctor. So my story is a little different, but now I am an engineer here. But when I didn't get my, see, there are slides, I would, maybe somebody could help me to move these slides. Yeah, where is, okay, this one. Okay. So when I couldn't get into my medicine, we were 1983 batch, it's a RIT batch, the famous RIT batch, so there were a lot of issues. Before I finished my 1 semester in civil engineering, then I got admission in medicine. So in Tamil சொல்ற மாதிரி சீச்சி இந்த பழம் புளிக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி I dropped my dream into medicine because I knew that I had my inherent strength. So this is a pointer which, or a takeaway, you should know what is your strength and what is your weakness. I was good in drawings, my observation skills were very good. So when I said to my dad that I wanted to become a civil engineer, he said, okay, good. So I was so fortunate to be having such good parents. So I did my civil engineering in PhD Tech. But the day one, when I entered the college, I had made up my mind, I had a plan. So this is very important. I think Suresh also mentioned this. You have to plan. Plans can change, but you should at least have a plan to execute. fail, again execute, nothing wrong. So it was so interesting civil because I could connect, because I could have taken electrical. To understand electrical, I should put my finger into the socket, get a shock, which was not, I was not ready for that. So I can see a structure coming in front of me which gives a fantastic connect to me. I wanted a feel which things grow in front of me. So that is what was so exciting to me. So, and the passion of doing a building and connecting with the building and with my skills of drawing and attention to details helped me a lot. So we had wonderful professors, as you would have been having, and the best part in PhD were most of them were authors of books. They were, in PhD was, in those days, we didn't have much of consultancy for government projects. So people used to come from departments to PhD for projects, from PWD, electrical projects. So our professors were involved in design and development. So they used to come and talk to us in the classes about all these things, which was so interesting. And a lot of construction was going around in the college when we were studying. So there was a 7th-floor library building when we were studying, so we could see. But my professor used to ask anybody who went to the site. Very few raised the hand. That means none of them were interested, but I had visited the site so many times. So this, after my third year, second year, there is a summer vacation. So I, and with my good friend Gunashekar, with whom later on I started my first company, we both went into a summer vacation, summer internship program for 30 days. That was really interesting, seeing a building in Vijayaraja & Co. So after the third year, again, in the third year again, I went for an internship in the same company. So when I finished my engineering in 87, so I joined Vijayaraja & Co. I did not even take a day break. I finished the college maybe on Friday or Saturday. On Monday, I was on the site. I think Suresh was fortunate to get 1,000 rupees. I was getting 100 rupees per week. So I was getting 400 rupees as a stipend. I was working in Vijayaraja & Co. for a year. And I was in charge of the hospital building. See, we can only express our life experience, what made us to come to this stage. That is what we can share. I mean, that is why we are. That's why because what hardships we followed, what risk we took, what vision we had. This is all might help you young engineers to take things up. So in that context, I would like to share my experience in detail. Okay, maybe these things I have passed. I have come to this stage. No. Then I was working in Vijayaraja, moved to the same consultant who was the design consultant for the project, because Mr. Krishnaraj came to the site and he asked me who you are, where did you study? I said, BE Civil from PhD. I said, what are you doing here? Come to my office. The very next day I was there, designing, learning design. I entered KV Krishnaraj as a draftsman actually. I did not have a table to sit on the first day to draft. We never had CAD. We had a drafting table with a T-square and your set squares. Half a day I took to clean a table, to get an old chair, and sit there and work. The next day morning, my engineer came and gave me a drafting job. I never knew how to do. By 4 o'clock, he wanted the detail. Then we learned, we asked help, support from others. All of them were so, good to help, support. And not by 4 o'clock, by 5 o'clock we could. And he said, he tore the paper and threw it off and went away. So then I understood what was wrong, to learn. I was so proud that I am good in drawing, but that drawing did not help there. So I had to enhance my skills, my drawing skills in a drafting skill. So it takes some time. When I left Krishnaraj, the 1 year time when I finished my ME part-time, I became the structural engineer of the company. So you just imagine the trajectory which I was taking in 12 months' time, getting as a draftsman, learning how to take a print, cut a paper, moving on to a structural engineering The same hospital which I was a site engineer, I had designed the ramp there. So if the opportunities came, the world is full of opportunities. It is just you have to wait for it, or you will get a hint that it is there available. Whoever is able to understand there is an opportunity will go for it. So I finished engineering in 21 years. In 23 years, I started my company. In 89, I started my first project. I came off Krishnaraj & Co. as it was informed in the profile. Those days, they were only the ages of contractors. The Mestris will be coming and waiting, wearing a white shirt and a dhoti. Engineer will be like a king there. There was no engineering contractor. There was very little, only Vijayaraja & Co. and very few. Coimbatore is not like Chennai. It's a small place, very conservative place. You know who is who. It's a very, very close, tight place. So, but I understood that the language of an architect or an engineer is a drawing. That has to be transferred into the site from a line to a wall or whatever it is. So the interpretation of the drawing was so bad, we had to take a lot of efforts to explain the Mestri what has to be done. They were good in construction, but the engineering was so poor. So then I sensed that there's a huge opportunity. So here I would like to stress that you should sense what is the opportunity in whatever field you are. Even though I'm a structural engineer, I did not go into a consulting of designing of structures, but I opted to do construction and contracts. My fundamental was strong in execution because I was there in field for a year. I knew the nitty-gritties, difficulties in the site. Then I applied in my office work. So there was a perfect balance struck there. I could understand what is that is required in site and what is that the client is required. So ultimately, the client is whom we are supposed to work. I still remember my first client, Dr. Alphonse. We were driving to his house site. Casually we were talking, and the project was almost getting done. And he asked me, Udayanand, how old are you? I said 24. He applied his brakes of his car. Until that time, he didn't knew that I was 24 years, and I think so that was a moment that I think maybe he was taken back, but we did a wonderful job. After that, we have built his own hospital, 2 houses for him, still he is one of our clients. So you have to keep your customer base very strong, keep them very intact, keep them satisfied. Ultimately, you work for the customer. This is very, very important. So in 93, we understood that statutory things have to be done. We wanted to grow bigger. So next 5 years, after 5 years, we started, the name style was Niketa Foundation. We closed it as Niketa Constructions now. So you open a business, you fare well, you don't do well, you close, again you open. All those things. I had 8, 9 construction companies, 9 companies with different, we had agencies, we have a marble store. We closed an agency. We burn our fingers, learn from our mistakes. So that is what is life. So the similarity what Suresh, I think it is there for all of us. Okay, so this is what my social life is restricted to mostly into professional practice. So this is what. So this is, I would like to give you a few takeaways about the values that what a professional or an entrepreneur should carry. So I have told about you all these things. 2 years work experience and 30 years of my own experience. I had fundamentally listed few things when I started my profession, because in my classroom, exactly it's the same thing I remember. Only 3 of us took the hands. I, Suresh, and my friend Gunashekhar. We raised the hands who wanted to do their own projects. So I teamed up with Gunashekar to start my first company. But day one, I was very clear that I never wanted to do any government projects. I never wanted to do any labor contract. Government project, because most of my classmates, I think we were 72 in strength, and that those days civil engineering was so preferred. I don't know what is the strength of classes now. We were 72 in PhD Tech, so only 3 of us, so 69 wanted to go into government jobs. So that itself made me that I should never, for so many reasons, which it's not my ball game. I never wanted to get into a government project, so that was one of my first primary thing. I never wanted to do labor contract because I saw Mestris putting their hand like this, standing in front of an engineer or a consultant. I never wanted to do this, so I have never done labor in my life, right from 88 to till date. And we standard a lot of benchmarks that quality cannot be compromised. So we have to take responsibility. You have to grow with the client. As I told you, my first client is still a client to me. We have come a full circle. I've constructed for the father. I've constructed for their son or a daughter now. Maybe we will be doing it for the grandson also. So this is how you grow with the client. You keep them intact, keep them happy. You have to deliver. So you call this nowadays as startups. In nowadays, it was not called a startup, so I still coin the word as startups for you. You have to add massive value to whatever you deliver, whatever it may be. You sell a vegetable on a street, or you sell a building, or sell a car. You have to add value. So that is the most important thing when you do something on your own. When you add value, you become unique. You deliver to your customer precisely what he wants. You might be expensive, but when you add value, that goes secondary. So the value is more important. What you add value is so important to the client. So that is the first point. You should have a feedback system. Not that every time we do good. We have a system in our office called closure report. Every project is done. We have learned a lot of things from every project. Yesterday, there was a closure report. I sit with the engineer, I sit with the team, because we have different type of works. We do residential, healthcare, hospitals, healthcare. We do factory building, educational buildings, variety of buildings we do. So each building has got its own challenges. So every time it is a learning experience. So we have a closure report system. What was the takeaway from that particular project? Because it's a learning. We are involved with a lot of human interference or human workforce. They all come with a lot of issues. So we have a reporting by the site engineer. We sit with the project team, and the entire team, that is the subcontractors like electrical, plumbing, the entire team is done there. If somebody has performed very well, we appreciate them in front of others. So it makes the others to understand that we do a good job, it's being appreciated. And if he has done wrong, we don't shout at him. There are very good ways to tell him that you failed this way. If you have approached this way, could have been better. So this, if you start talking to him in other ways, he closes his mind. He never listens what you're trying to say. So then there's no point in you telling anything to him. It won't reach to his heart. Never works like that. So we try to educate them. Whatever it may be, how experienced it may be, things happen inside. So we have a feedback system. We have a closure report. The same way we have a feedback system from our clients. We understand what went wrong, maybe what is to be improved. So that is also there. R&D, research and development is always there now. Things are changing very fast. We are doing, in construction is one industry, much things did not happen all these days. The technology, what we brought in design could have been different, but in execution it was very primitive, I would say. Only 10-15 years back we got RMC in our sites. nice material, but convincing the consultants first and convincing the client next to use RMC was a big task for all of us. Making them understand. Now the acceptance is very good. Same way, lot of standards are not there, and there is a challenge from PCAST coming up now. So always we have to see what is next, what is going to come, what is the disruptive force is going to come in future. If you don't understand that, or at least you don't think about that, you are happy in your football field and you'll be playing with the same 11 people or 14 people or 15 people. So you don't grow. The most important, the fourth point is you serve the client, you serve the society well. You don't try to sell. You have something you don't want to, you don't try to sell it. So if the client wants something better, you should always have it in your basket so that you have 3 types of things to offer any client so he doesn't move away from you. But you should always serve the client. And you should acknowledge your customer. If their feedback is so important. This is what I think the fundamental aspects when you become an entrepreneur will help you. And the other 5 points which is so important for me, I would say it should be in your subconscious mind. It should be in your blood. This we call it as ethics. I mean, doing business or doing anything in an ethical way, it takes you for a long run. Maybe initially you might find it difficult, but the differentiation is this. You have to act with integrity, and you have to be very honest. You have to be very straightforward. It is basic, but you bring this into your profession, it works wonders. You provide, the second point is you provide high standards of service. Whatever you can do, this will take you to the next level. If you are stuck in the same level, you deliver the same kind of finish, the same kind of quality of work, then you are stuck there, you don't grow. So if you have to move on, be very challenging, you have to deliver with high standards. So this takes you to the next level. So you have to, the other point is, you have to act in a way that it promotes trust in a profession. You see, that is, it's very clear, but like an example, I go to a client, there is a tender floated, there are from 4-5 competitive tenders are given. Not necessarily the L1 will be given a job. The L1 is considered to given a job. That is the lowest L1. I may be L3 or L5, but still I get a job. How? Because I have to, give so much trust that I will deliver and my quality is so good. Client will not be reluctant to pay. They will be definitely ready to pay. But that you have to carry. You have to create trust in whatever you do. So that is very, very important. So by that way, you give trust to the client. An unknown client, how will he trust? The way your past track record should be there, your referral should be like that. Then he comes into picture. Then from day one, your agenda is to satisfy that he gets more trust into you. So once, I would say, responsibility is taken, it's not given. It's a very simple thing, I would say. So I think that's essence out. And other things are basically what your father, mother would have taught to you. Treat others with respect. So this is what I would like to say. A lot of talking has happened. So I thought I will present you one of the wonderful building what we recently finished. The PhD Institute of Applied Research and Technology, the entire 25 lakh square foot we have executed in Coimbatore. And the proudest moment is I built projects for my own college. So that is, it gives so much fulfillment to me and my company. This auditorium, I believe around the capacity is 250 people. It's 10 times bigger. Just a slide about it. These are the consultants involved in the project. The consultant is from Chandigarh, Sangeet Sharma. Dr. L.S. Jayagopal, my own professor, was the structural consultant there. No, I should tell about you. He was our professor. So 4 of us students are here. He retired in 60. He started his practice after the 60 years age. He is one of the top consultants in India. Imagine, his consultancy started after 60 years. I think he is now 75. So phenomenal. I mean, you don't know when things will happen to you. But he was such a person who was, he was ready to take up that amount of effort. Mitran Structures, you can just check Google. He is the consultant for this project. The built up area is around 1 lakh square foot, 1,557 capacity. And we had a lot of challenges. Life is all about challenges, friends. But we have 1.5 meter depth rock cutting and again 6 meter down. So this is the structure. It's a very complicated structure. With the top floor is all decking because we couldn't do a PT slab. We had to go for a steel girder and decking slab system. Whenever you come to Coimbatore, I invite you to see the project. It's really nice. This is the levels we have worked. 18 meter high civil work. Because it's an auditorium, it required acoustics. So the acoustics with walls had to come. We had worked 18 meters plus 3 meters, 21 meters masonry from ground to the eaves level. Okay, the biggest challenge was that steel structure, which is around 36.6 meter. We use 345 grade steel. It comes in this portion in the deck, and it's almost, I think, 1.5 meter deep. So this is the amount of concrete we have used. We used M60, M10 for the PCC, M25. Foam concreting was extensively used because we had to use lightweight for the girders. You can see the girder there. And FE 500 and all the special steel, the entire fabrication was under our scope. Only the roofing sheet, whatever you see in this building is in Niketa scope. We have used a special profile called aluminum profile. It's a Carl Zips profile. So only the roof. I can go back. Excuse me, there's an error showing here. Okay. So the roof structure itself is a Carl Zip profile. It's an aluminum profile which can be bent on the X and Y direction. Normal aluminum roofing sheet will not bend in two directions. So we had used this. It was done on site. The total station was there for 1.5 years on site. So every node, every was done with the total station. So technology helps us a lot. So just to make things very interesting, I thought I should share some slides. So again, I think I come to my end of my presentation. Thanks a lot for CSIR and the team. I remember my college days when I think in this 3rd year we had visited this institution in '86. So we had come there long ago, and a couple of times I have come to the seismic lab for technical interest. Good to see you all. Thanks for the opportunity and all the best in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your inspiring journey with us and highlighting how small steps plays a major role in imbibing characteristic of entrepreneurship. Now I now request our director to present mementos to our chief guest. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Dr. S. Vishnuvardhan to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning, everyone present here. It gives me immense pleasure in proposing vote of thanks in the inaugural session of the Future Entrepreneurs Connect of 1 Week 1 Lab campaign of SERC. First, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Sri Suresh Krishna, Managing Director, Isha Homes India Private Limited, Chennai, for readily accepting our invitation in spite of his busy schedule and delivering the special address. Thank you very much, sir. My heartfelt thanks to Sri Udyanand, Managing Director, Nikita Constructions, Coimbatore, for readily accepting our invitation and delivering the special address. Thank you very much, sir. And both the lectures were truly inspiring, and I believe would have inspired the graduating students to become future entrepreneurs, and which was the major objectives of today's event. And I thank our beloved director, Dr. N. Anandavalli, for the encouragement and support in organizing this event. I thank Dr. Bharat Kumar, Advisor Management, for the valuable inputs and suggestions at every stage in organizing this event. I thank Dr. J. Prabhakar, Chairman and members of the 1 Week 1 Lab Common Core Committee, for their guidance and support. I thank Dr. Satish Kumar, Chief Scientist and Chairman of Future Entrepreneurs Connect, for his valuable suggestions and continuous guidance in organizing this event. I thank Chairperson and all the members of common subcommittees constituted for printing, catering, transportation and accommodation, live streaming, registration and exhibition, and stage arrangements for their support and efforts. I also thank members of the registration, screening and evaluation, transportation, catering and hall arrangement subcommittees of Future Entrepreneurs Connect, and also all the members of the committee for their tireless effort in carrying out various activities of this event. I thank all the participating students, the faculty mentors from various colleges to present in this event. I thank heads of Wind Engineering Lab, A-Star Lab, Advanced Materials Lab, and Fatigue and Fracture Lab, and their teams for arranging demonstration of facilities and activities of the laboratories for the participants, which will happen in the afternoon. I also thank Head BKMD, Head ICT, Head KRD, Chairman TCC, Administrative Officer, SNPO, Finance and Accounts, and their teams for their help and support. I thank all the staff members, including regular and temporary staff, and the project students who have contributed directly or indirectly to make this event a grand success. I would like to thank the staff of work section, electrical, plumbing, and audiovisual arrangements, guest house, canteen and canteen management, horticulture, housekeeping, and security divisions for their support. If I have left any name, it is purely unintentional, and I may kindly be excused for the same. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This brings us to the end of the inaugural function of Future Entrepreneurs Connect. Thank you, everyone. Before concluding this session, I want to inform you all that we will be gathering at the front of auditorium for a group photo. After that, we have arranged high tea for everyone. Thereafter, we have presentations on CSIR-SERC facilities and technologies, followed by presentation by students. Please note that there has been a change of venue. We will be gathering on the first floor in the seminar hall for further events. Let us rise for national anthem.
Janagana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे
Students, please gather in front of auditorium for group photo. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the prize distribution session of Future Entrepreneurs Connect. We are gathered again here to recognize and celebrate the best idea put forth by our future entrepreneurs. Without further ado, let us begin the prize distribution ceremony. But before that, I would like to request our chief guest and dignitaries to adorn the dais. Before we commence the distribution of awards, I would like to invite our chief guest to say a few words.
Good evening, all. It was wonderful interacting with all of you. And the session on your presentation, I should appreciate each and every one of you. So thoroughly, I enjoyed this session. I mean, there have been a lot of ideas, lot of questions that you had to answer, but I mean, as the director told, take it in a very positive way so that you can explore more opportunities. I just would like to conclude that if there is a problem, what do? We try to find a solution. So I hope if there is a problem, if you find a solution, there is a business there. So always look for an opportunity in solving problems, which opens a great business opportunity in it. So that is the takeaway which I wanted to tell you. Again, all the best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. Now I would like to invite Director Ma'am to say a few words.
As Sri Udayanand ji was telling, like if there is a problem, there is a solution. So I want to add to it, Ullum vayallam inenente ullakal sellum vailunki vaipasel. Where there is a way, excel in that. If there is no ways to accomplish a task, search for the ways to accomplish the task. So with that, I would like to congratulate each one of the participants and as well as all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let us move on to the most awaited part of the session, the distribution of prize. I request Dr. Ramchandra Murthy sir to present the awards.
Very good evening. As I was telling morning, it is not competition type among the people. It is just healthy competition. So we had 7 teams presentations and the committee discussed a lot, and based on certain points, what morning we said, concept, then how you understood, and how it is useful to the society. Based on certain points, we have come to some conclusion. So don't think that if there is no prize, that is only end. So that is only beginning. And morning chief guest was also telling, if there is failure, you can come up fast. So take it in that spirit, and because there are only 3 prizes, all 7 could not be accommodated. So you take in the positive sense and move ahead. And maybe I will start with now participation certificates. Team 1, maybe first team, Navodaya Institute of Technology, on the topic Mivan farm work. Maybe team can come here. Mr. Nagesh, Amrita Kori, Saumya, Alija Kalik, and Harsha Patil. All can come here. And I request our chief guest can distribute the prize, participation certificates and prizes. And there is separate participation certificate for mentor. And second team again from Navodaya Institute of Technology. They can come forward. Muhammad Abdul Bashir, Muhammad Nisar Ahmad, Syed Arbas Hussain, Syed Adman. Third team, College of Engineering, Gindi, Anna University, Mr. Prabhu. And fourth team, Savita School of Engineering, Savita Institute of Medical and Technical Sciences, Dr. G.V. Ramesh Kumar and Pujita, Agathian, Gokul, Ashok. And now you may be knowing 3 batches left out. There are 3 prizes. Third prize goes to KCG College of Technology, Anna University. Mrs. R.L. Lisa Mentor and Priyadarshini, Baby Priya Devi, and Shailesh Singh, Prince Ragul. And second prize goes to Savita Engineering College, Dr. Amma Shaili P. and Priya Kumari, Akash Gaur, and Bharani Dharan, Lokeswari. First prize goes to Nitti Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bangalore, Dr. Megha Kulakarni, Ramachandran, Srinivasan, Muhammad, and Khan. All the best. Get many more in future. So all the best to all, and we wish you will get many more prizes in future in some other forums or in even SERC also.
Congratulations to all the winners and participants as well. And thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a wonderful day. Okay, yes, we have arranged high tea for everyone. Please proceed to dining hall.
I would like to thank Renuka for the comparing in the entire day. Thank you.
With this, we are closing the session. Thank you.